Fixed it. Fixed it. I'll be going live 1 second. Alrighty. Yay! Okay. The shit show has ended. And we are live.
All right. How do I get in this thing?
I've messaged Rafe. It requires you to check in before the start of the tournament, so I'm not actually sure
That's what I
how.
thought I did, but I did not.
Yeah, I haven't. He hasn't responded yet, and so I am trying to work on that, but I don't have an easy fix for it, unfortunately, at the moment.
Okay. All right.
Let me fix my camera.
So you're just leaving me out in the trenches out here.
How many? All right. Where are you at, Colten? Top.
All
Choose.
right, almost.
There we are.
Except for.
Oh, this is a big hand.
There we go. I was looking crazy. Okay. All right. We're 10 minutes late, but we're fine. All right. Okay, got everything going. Make sure I see. And Colten, if you're in a hand, will you let me know? We're gonna still see what we can do about Austin, but Austin, if we can't get you in, obviously you don't have to stay the whole time. But if you will at least let me interview you and ask you some fun questions and have a good time with this for a little while. But if you end up not being able to get in and want to hop off early, of course you'd understand.
Okay.
But we're
Perfect.
still gonna
No,
try.
he will not. He will not.
Yeah. There's no shot. I thought I registered, and this is just
You
not
did
working.
register, but it requires a check-in early. Yes, he pre-registered, but may have the check-in may have been late. Okay, so he's looking at it, but not sure. But I do have
Okay.
some questions tailored specifically for you. But yes, definitely. I love that Colten and Mario are at the same table. Mario is like just the biggest staple
I
of our
don't.
chat, so
Yeah, but
I
I
get
don't
to
really
watch.
like it because I feel like he knows what he's doing out here.
He does. He
He's
does.
he's bullying the table. He's bullying the table.
I
Is he
love that about
commanding?
him.
He's
You guys
bullying
might know
us.
a thing or two about that in the ring, dominating. I mean, poker, it's all the same. It's all the same thing. But I get to watch you guys both. Colten has cards.
Colten just got dealt some cards.
What
I
do you
don't know
got,
if they're
Colten?
good ones. I don't know if they're good ones, but they're cards.
Daniel Mark said, "Do these guys know how to play poker?"
No,
Daniel,
I
just
do not.
watch. All right.
I do not. I do not.
He, as you can tell by the fact he has no cards in front of him.
0 cards, 0 check-in, 0 registration. Just here for the vibes.
Exactly. And my card protector needs to be adjusted. There we go. All right, I have an actual hand. We're going to be playing my first hand for the night. I open under the gun, which means the very first position that can have an open here. And let's see, I've got one caller so far. Let's see what these guys are saying. Somebody raised me. We are definitely calling that.
Good play.
like
Good
it.
play.
To do. I got
Don't
3 bet
push
of
him
the
too,
small blind.
don't push him too early. Bait him. You got to bait him.
All right, interesting.
The only research I did for this is I watched Molly's game.
Wait,
Oh,
what,
that's so great. I actually have met and played with like a bunch of the people, and like Toby Maguire is the actual in the movie, the one who's like really good. Do you know all the history? Did you see like who the actual
Player
people?
player.
X. Player X.
Yeah, that's Toby. Yeah.
Toby.
I watched
Big boy.
round.
You watched Rounders, you said?
Yeah.
That's my favorite movie, and that's what got so many of the pros into poker, because that we all were just obsessed with that movie, and it's still like the classic best poker movie of all time.
It really is.
What's the other one? Maybe Matt Damon's in it, where the guy eats Oreos.
That's Rounders. That's
That's
the
the
same
one.
one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that is round. Okay,
That
I
is
thought it
the
was
one.
okay. I thought there was another one with like Vince Vaughn or something. Maybe I'm.
There probably is. So I'm gonna call this button open from the big blind. Remember, don't forget to tell me if you're in a hand. I want to watch whatever happens, whatever it may be.
All right, I'm just gonna call this one so I can be in a hand.
All right, and I'm in.
Austin, can you see my?
I can't see your card. It keeps going back.
You just want me to tell you?
Yes.
Austin, I heard that you have a degree in elementary education. Is that right?
Yes, I do. From
Do
Rollins
you?
College.
Yeah, I was curious. Like, I find that in a lot of things there is crossover. Do you feel like that was a total waste, or do you feel like you use that in like wrestling or the team dynamics, like the stuff you learned from there?
No, you use it in everyday life when you're in wrestling. It's like there's so many kids in the crowd. So it's everything that I learned in elementary education, I try to apply when I meet fans at meet and greets or in the crowd. And just there's so much stuff that we do that attracts kids. John Cena does Make a Wish and all that stuff. So it just ended up helping me kind of connect with kids that love doing guns up and just love wrestling. So yes, it helped me tremendously.
That actually makes a lot of sense. There's your actual camera can look in your eyes. Yeah, I love that. That would mean you would be like a lot better at really engaging with your fans after like learning how to connect with kids and stuff. So that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, my dad's rule before I started training wrestling was I had to get a degree in something. And I worked in peer mentoring classes in high school. So when I went to Rollins and I was trying to find a major, I tried to major in everything Colton did because I had no idea what majors were, minors were, anything like that. And then my friend came up to me and said, "You would love elementary education. All you do is work with kids and have fun." And I was the only one in the classroom, and it was so much fun.
That's awesome. And you do still, now you just have fun too. I mean, I guess there's a lot more to it, but get to have the same kind of
I
fun
don't
just
have to
on a
teach.
lot
I don't
grander
have to
scale.
teach him to act like a goof in the ring.
Well, you brought up your father. So, normally when we have our like pre check in call, I ask like, what questions I need to stay or clear from, what I can't. So, I also know that you guys were with your dad before and you were not. I have some questions about that too. Tell me now if there's anything, if I'm not supposed to ask about the separation to the team that you guys are now, because I didn't pre ask what I'm allowed to talk about.
It's a little more subject because we turned on our dad.
Yeah.
Punched him right in the face. Right in the
Right,
face.
right in the face. Um,
How did that feel? Did it feel good, or was it like you're going up against the father and it's like this big break free moment?
I mean, I would say it felt good. He was trying to hog the spotlight from us. He picked like another tag team over us, over his own children. He was really, you know, beating up on us. So we just had to make a stand for ourselves. If anything, we're the victims here.
And stepping like out of what some would say your dad's shadow into your own realm, like how have you found that transition and experience? Did you ever like have regrets and like wish you could mend fences and go back?
I don't know. I don't know.
Am I
I think
asking some
they're
hard-hitting Barbara Walters questions or what?
Yeah, I feel
pretend.
like I'm like on a couch, like the therapy session.
Yes. Tell me how this makes you feel. You're gonna start
Oh my
that's
god.
like block.
Where do you feel the sadness? Is it in your body?
Yes.
You're right. Hey, you know what? My heart, I can, we can just have fun, but I will go there. We're gonna go all the way.
No, I mean
We
it
can
was a
definitely.
necessary separation, and no, I don't know. We just kind of went out on our own, and I think when we got rid of our dad, we became tag champions. We also became trios
True.
champions. So I think the
True.
proof is there that we kind of just needed to go.
Hmm.
Colton's playing a hand here
Now
as
now
well, I
we're
see.
Yeah. I'm
family.
playing, and I'm getting a chat that Mario's saying, "Give me all your chips, Colton." Like this, he's coming for me. Like I don't think that's fair.
Oh, I believe it.
Go for Pro Crusher. Like why are you coming for me?
I just want to be in a game.
Well,
I want you in as well. Where did my chips
I
go?
was playing before trying to get the lay of the land, and I won 3 in a row. So I'm pretty much the best
That's
poker player in the world. I think that's why when I registered, they were like, "We can't have this guy in here. We need Mario to be the star. He's always taking the attention on everybody."
he's trying to. Yeah,
Austin's
it's
too
unreal.
winning. Too much of a winner. Give us a chance here. Let's see what's happening with this hand. Colton's still in. I guess we're waiting on somebody to act.
Yeah, I'm
Yes.
just bleeding chips over here. It's gonna turn around though.
You're still
I
How many
doing
believe in it.
fine.
chips do you
What?
start out?
You start off with 10K in chips.
Oh,
And
uh,
I like to put
go on.
mine into big blinds. So I'm actually going to do that. It's fun for the fans to see the chip amounts, but it's much easier to make like smart high level gaming decisions if you have it in big blinds.
That's why you brought me on. Okay, I get it.
Yes, Daniel, if you didn't get that by now, they are brothers, but thank you for the question. Um, have a couple others. Oh, you overcame a torn PCL early in AEW. I was curious, like how that's impacted your you sense, like your mindset, and do you like have a different approach to training, and how has that recovery been, and are you all better?
Yes, I'm all better. PCL normally doesn't require surgery. You just kind of have to let it heal on its own. So that's why I was in the crowd, front row, cheering everybody on because I was allowing that to heal itself. Once I became better and started working in the ring, I had to transfer from my movement in lacrosse was all east and west. So I was trying to retrain my body to go north and south because everything with wrestling is normally what's in front of you and what's behind you. So I could tell that I was training a different way because once you try to overcome an injury, your mental block is still there. But then
Mm-hmm.
the more I got in the ring, the more I became more confident. It started to just kind of fall into place. But it took me about 8 months maybe to kind of clear everything out of my head and go, all right, I'm good. Let's continue. So
Gotcha.
it's a hard thing. That mental block is serious. So when you see pro athletes go through an injury and come back, it's you never know what they're dealing with when it's that mental game.
For sure, because you know, like in what you guys do, you're always going to be
Oh,
facing
let's
more
go.
aggression.
Sorry,
Did
I
you
just
win?
wanna.
Let's
Uh,
Yeah,
go!
first of
You made a
let's go.
flush!
all,
Dude, you
where did you
almost
get?
had a straight flush. That was
It's just
sick.
what you know.
All right, he had a top pair, and then he also rivered a flush as well, jack high flush. Nice hand. Let's see, what does that put him up in chips? 8,675. So still a little bit below start, but now he's on his way back up. He was at 6,000 a minute ago, so he's on the
Hmm.
come up. And this is a turbo. Blinds go up very, very quickly. So, um, every pot is important. Someone asked if you're going to be at the show in Cleveland.
When is Cleveland?
What's that,
Oh,
Ohio?
we'll find out. We'll find out. You guys are going to be an all in Texas, right?
We
I'm
are. I
excited.
mean, AEW is
I'm,
going. It's going to be awesome. Um, there's the card right now is looking amazing, so it's going to be a really exciting show.
That's where I live. That's my hometown. I'm in Vegas right now for the World Series of Poker, but I was thought that was super sick and looks like a blast.
yeah,
Are
that's
you
our
going to
biggest
go
show of
to the
the year.
show?
I would like to. I did. I'm no longer in the main event, which is sad. But so I actually could make it. But I don't have tickets right now. So we'll have to see how that all goes. But I would love to. I would love to go to the show.
So when you're in a tournament like that against other professional players, do you ever get nervous?
Yes. So sometimes I am super confident and I'm locked in and I'm as cold as ice. And then there's other times things that happen that come up. There's a player I played with recently who there was something about his presence, and he was staring me down so hard, which usually doesn't bother me,
Mm,
but him along with another player, and I was in a huge spot making a really big bluff that I thought made a lot of sense, and I really try to control my tells, which is like my breathing patterns and
hmm
that sort of thing. And I just felt my nervous system say, we don't care that you're trying to control it. You're my heart's like dun, dun, dun. And I just felt myself giving off information, which is as a pro like my worst nightmare. So it definitely does happen, and then I just have to train against it. Like that spot has made me want to put in more work. And then there's things like making sure you're covering your neck pulse, or like wearing something to make sure that you won't be revealing information. A lot of people try to cover up as much as they can, but some people feel like it's part of the game to have to show yourself to some degree. So,
mm.
yeah.
Have you ever picked up somebody else's tell?
That's one of my specialties, actually,
Oh,
is
no way.
live reads. Yes,
How do
that's
you do that?
why
Just by experience and how they
there's
play
a
over
million
time, or?
different ways, and a lot of it is psychological tricks and body language, things that we, all animals speak with their, we're the only ones that speak with our voices. Most speak with their
Hmm
bodies and their movements and their eyes, and we do too. And so there's tons of things. People looking at their chips when they have a good hand and they want to bet. Um, I always look at their eyes when they look at the flop. They'll they'll flinch. Also, if you think about squirrels, they never want to show you where their nuts are, so they'll look away.
Okay.
They'll look away from whenever they hit the nut. Suddenly, you'll see them like look off because they're like, there's just a bunch of psychological tricks that are really really obvious, and then some of them you have to figure out, is it because people get nervous when they have a really strong hand and when they're bluffing. So figuring out which one is which is interesting.
Hmm.
Jeez.
Yeah, there's a lot that goes into that. I did not realize that.
Yes, it's endless for sure. Um, how do you guys, like, as brothers who also work together? You see like husband and wife teams and stuff like that. You guys have grown up together. I know with my sisters, we love each other to death, but we fight like crazy as well. Or like growing up, we're always getting into spats and stuff. How do you guys manage being a team of brothers and like making that work? Does it get complicated?
What do you
Can
think, Colton?
I would say no. Like we're not. I don't know. We're not normal brothers. Like sometimes when I tell people we've had, I think, two fights in our life, like real. Like we don't really get upset with each other too much.
Hmm
So it's not really too hard, and then we know what each person brings to the table in terms of wrestling. So like he has his things he's very very good at, and I don't encroach on that, and I have my things I'm really really good at, so he doesn't encroach on that. So we know exactly which things to back off on unless we are strong opinionated, but we have each other's backs, and we just kind of proceed like that. And we've never really gotten too upset with each other or anything like that. So it's pretty lucky.
That is really cool. And I was reading that you guys are a little bit different. I actually have it in my notes. Hold on, let me see here. That actually brings me to a follow-up question. Colten generally considered to be a little bit more reserved and Austin to be a little bit louder. Is that true?
That's not true. That's not true.
No?
That's
But
not true.
yes, no, I was just joking. I think in the beginning I was so over the top, and Colton was still going through the motions of how to do and trying to find himself because it takes a while for you to find yourself in this business and what feels comfortable and stuff. So I think in the beginning maybe some like there was a little tension because I was watching him learn and I was still trying to learn at the same time. So I think that's the only time in our career where we were just there's a lot of stuff because you also have your dad at the time when we were with him. It's like he's trying to coach us as well, and we're all a team, and it's just chaos. It's like families
Yeah.
fight, but yeah, it's never been a problem. But in the beginning, there was like a little tension because it's you have a Hall of Famer, you have someone with a little bit of experience, and then you have Colton coming in. But over time, it just started working itself out.
Yeah, I can only imagine how interesting those behind like to be a fly on the wall and some of those like training sessions and stuff and like what goes on behind the scenes. I'm sure the fans are super fascinated by that stuff as well. Jay wants to know if you blame Billy for the downfall of the acclaimed.
Uh, hmm.
What was their downfall?
Yeah, what
I
was their
that's
downfall?
What
Jay.
is
I
their
mean,
downfall?
What's the
they
downfall?
were they were I mean, well, I guess they're not together anymore, but I don't know if I blame my dad. I blame my dad for us breaking up, all of us, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I
I mean,
don't.
he's not even
I
sure
don't.
that.
I wouldn't blame my dad for that. If anything, I would say he was a pretty good mentor to them. I mean, they won the tag titles, the trio titles together. So I mean, he's a Hall of Famer for a reason,
I
you
mean,
know.
Max Caster is the best wrestler alive. I mean, how would you
Yeah.
feel if I kept calling myself that, Colton? Would you get mad? Would you
I guess that would be our third fight.
That would be our third fight? I guess so.
Jay, they're gonna go with no, dog. It's a no for them, dog. He's not to blame. Right,
No,
we have.
Where are your chips at, Colton? Where you at?
dude, I'm at 7475. Down taker
You,
said fold, baby, fold. I've been folding.
You
I've
know
been
what?
folding.
you,
He has more than me, and folding is the right thing to do. I have only played one other hand, um, and I'm in one right now. So, in this thing, fold is the way to the answer most of the time.
Yeah, I'm. So there's 350 playing. I think there was 450 when we started. So I mean, that's a win in itself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Speaking of which, where are we at with that? Let's see. Um, there's so many things I want to get to too, and once we, let's yeah, 346. So yeah, already survived quite a bit, and I'm gonna brick on the end. I'm gonna check. Let's see. Oh, he does check back. He's got nines. Okay. Yeah, I think that wasn't a good bluff spot. Which one of you will answer Max's open challenge?
Maybe
uh,
both of us at the same time. We'll just both beat the shit out of them. Sorry if I'm not allowed
is
to use profanity.
No,
is
it's
that
okay. You're
legal?
fine.
Did we do that?
I don't know.
I'm thinking
I mean,
about
I
the
did
rules.
it
Like
earlier.
the time starts and people come out and just beat him up. So we might be able to get away with it. But we already beat him for the tag team titles. I mean, do we need to beat him again?
We beat him for those, and we beat him for the
How
trios,
many
didn't we?
times do they need to beat him?
I was trying to be nice and keep it one, but
No. He called us ass boys for like a year straight.
Oh my.
oh yeah, that's true.
And it's fine to be an ass then in that circumstance.
Wait, why did I just change tables?
Oh, because your table probably broke because you're lasting far into the event.
Oh, okay.
Oh man. I can't call this, but I want to so badly, but I'm too short stacked now.
I don't know if I'm allowed to sponsor this, but I just got a nice sweet tea from Chick-fil-A. Keep me in the game.
What's your go-to meal?
Mine? Well, my son is the chicken club. I mean, if I'm gonna go to Chick-fil-A, I am like probably gonna be being bad with it, and I'll get like some chicken tenders, and they've got this Texas Pete sauce that's good. It's like a spicy sauce. Um, yeah, something like that. Chicken sandwich. It's not like my favorite of all of the spots, but it's pretty good. I would prefer Raising Cane's, to be honest.
Ooh, I think I've had that one time. Chick-fil-A is my number one fast food joint, though.
What do you eat from Chick-fil-A?
12-count nugget, large fry. Always ask for a fresh fry. They'll do it on the spot. A
Really?
medium Dr. Pepper and ketchup. That's it.
All right, you
I'm
might
so
convert
I'm
me.
so simple.
I'm so hungry. Oh man.
All right, I'm in a hand. I'm playing.
All
I'm
right, I'm
playing.
clicking over. I'm clicking. Oh shit, what table are you at now?
I'm at
Um,
table number 13. Lucky
all right.
13.
All right, make sure you don't time out. That's happened to a bunch of people. Keep an eye on your clock.
Where is that?
Well, just like you only have a short amount of time to act, so it'll have kind of a
Oh, I
little,
see it. Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm making impulse decisions, so I
All
don't
right, you
need the
have
full
10
clock.
big blinds, and there's 7.5 in the middle. So
I'm gonna
big bet. There
you
might
know what?
these small bets look like they're drawing. They're like have just a draw, and they're trying to get there possibly. Now there's a four straight. The spade draw did brick out. King high board, four to a straight, no flush.
Yeah. See ya.
Good fold, good fold, good fold. So it looks like they just had or they just had ace eight. What? Well, you don't have to tell me what you had. What did I do to my hair? I fixed it. Thanks. Danny, of course I'm playing WSOP Choctaw. Oh, Josh the Legend, I'm sorry to hear you busted, but GG.
GG's.
Oh no. No way. That's too big. I'm scared.
You're out of there.
I'm gone.
Keep in mind, guys, whoever wins this event, if you're a PokerNow Plus member, anybody that's a PokerNow Plus member has these badges, like the blue and red badges. They're gonna get 2 free tickets to the a live AEW event. So I am going to try to win it so that I can fly home to go to the All In Dallas. And one of you guys can win it too. But also, we're giving away Shop AEW gear. So I have this pulled up, the shop, and I'm gonna pull up the merch for Colten and Austin.
You got merch, Colton?
Yeah. I've just been running a whole merch line
Yeah,
without
yeah.
knowledge.
Hopefully, I can find you guys' stuff. All right, here we
There we
go.
go.
We got some shirts. What's the micro brawlers? Is that you guys' stuff too?
No, we don't have a micro brawler. That's my dad, so he's trying to get in on
Oh,
our stuff, obviously.
oh, the
That's my
bang bang
favorite
gang.
of all. I love that with the skulls and the headband and stuff.
Yeah, that's sick. I like it. I like the guns. I'm a Oklahoma girl, so that fits me just well. I can shoot a gun better than Annie Oakley.
Okay, click here.
All right. How was wrestling at Wembley?
Cool. That was
What did we
amazing.
do? Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So the first year we made an entrance with Jay and Juice in the Bang Bang Gang, and there were 85,000 people there. It was amazing. And then the next year we were able to be in a match, and it was a tables, ladders, and chairs match. And we opened up the show, and it was so much fun. Some of our friends from our hometown were there, front row. My girlfriend was there, front row, and that was her first time experiencing a wrestling show. and she had a blast. We had a blast. Me and Colton were just kept looking around, going, "What is Like, is this real?" It's almost so much happening at one time that it's overstimulation, and you don't realize it until maybe 10 minutes after when you're in the back, and you're like, "That happened so quickly. I wish I just would have sat there and enjoyed the moment." So when we went out there, we tried to take a second. And I was like, "Look around right now. This is insane."
Yeah, all I remember is just being like, take it in, and then going
Yeah.
through a table.
Yeah, that also happened. That also happened.
What an incredible experience. And afterwards, did you guys go enjoy more? Like, continue to. Were you guys there for very long?
Yeah, we love to watch the entire show. Wait, is that what you're asking?
No, I mean, like, did you guys like party afterwards? You said your like girlfriends were there and your friends. Like,
It was actually my birthday,
okay.
August 26th. So we celebrated after. We went to a dinner. We ended up at like a little cool club, like a London club. It was very fun.
Oh, that sounds sick. That sounds really fun. Guns, do you guys wrestle in the indies?
We do some here and there, and we also have one coming up on July 25th at in Atlanta. That's going to be fun. Um, we have to team up with my dad on that show, actually. So
When was the last time you teamed up with your dad?
What?
years? I don't know, actually.
Well, that's kind
Yeah,
of a big deal.
I have no idea. Yeah, so we have no idea how that's gonna go.
Wow, that's really interesting. Such a big point in your arc, your story arc. I would think. As far as separating off, but um, I have
I just
more
realized
here.
everyone at this table has a lot more money than me,
We've
I
been
was looking
having to
at the
pull.
top
We have
20,
a
and
good
their
spot.
cash is a lot. They have a lot of cash.
Yes,
and I have no cash.
right now is the time
Tournament.
to just find a strong hand and jam it in. No more calling or limping. It's just find the hand and jam it.
Okay, all right. Well, that one wasn't it.
Yeah, just find is good. Sometimes, like if you're from late position, it may just be an ace high. Like, because when you're really short, you can't just blind yourself off. At some point, you just have to take the spot to try to double because you don't want to bleed out. Let's see.
Young Tate has 105,000 chips. So
Oh,
that's
is
all
he
we have
chip
to be right
leading?
there.
Yeah, I see. You know what? You are actually super helpful because normally those are the stuff I'm keeping track of. But with
I
so
just saw
much going on.
Mario Roll, right, Colton? Mario Roll.
Was yeah,
He has
Yes.
41,000 chips.
yeah.
Can you
I'm in
keep doing
almost
this?
last place.
I
Yeah, I
might
was looking
actually be
for
in
you.
last.
I could not find you.
Oh, and I'm in the blind. This is good. Good.
You're.
Good.
I need you right
Just
now. That is actually so helpful. Oh, you're in the big, so you might be all in this hand. Let me take a look at your table.
yeah. I'm gonna go.
I'm about to be in the
I
big
got
too.
it.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Don't ask
Let's see.
questions.
Where are
Just
you?
feel it. Feel it. Send
I
it out there.
I have to.
There you are. Okay. Um, you technically still have 2.1 bigs behind, so if it's a junk hand, because there's three callers, you can just fold, but you would also quadruple up if you call and you get lucky here.
Well, here we
You would
go.
quadruple up.
No.
And if you have nothing and no part of the board, you didn't go all in, so just fold. You have 1.1 big behind and you can still run it up. But if you did connect in any way, then you want to put it in.
Okay.
And I'm about to be all in as well. Right now, I'm all in. So we're both all in. This
Here we
everything may
go.
get a lot simpler very soon for us because I can just pull up chip leaders tables and we can chat and casually watch, and it's a little less hectic than trying to play and talk and chat and read questions and everything. So
I'm going all in on this hand.
Let's see if I survived. I did not. But I did get it in with the best hand, and they got lucky. So I had ace jack, and they had ace nine, and they hit a nine. So they had 3 outs and got lucky. Let's see what happened. Colton's all in.
Come on,
Yeah.
Colt. Here we go.
Stay in, Jay.
We need one card. We need one card.
Hands up, chat.
What do we need?
Colton's
What do
all
we
in.
need? What do we need? No,
Can I
guns
say
up.
it?
Well, they could be watching, but you're all in, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, and I didn't get it. I needed that 7.
To make a straight, you've got 8-9 or
4-8.
8-4.
No.
Oh, GG, Colton. You know, we both fell at the wayside, but you actually did give yourself a good chance because a lot of players that come on here, they want to play every hand, and you actually were capable of folding, which is halfway to being a professional. It's just being capable of folding, because most recreationals get really bored folding, and they just punt it off really, really quickly, and you didn't do that. You had discipline.
I play this on the plane almost every time on the seat, and I always win. So I don't know why I didn't win.
Well, it's a turbo. It's very hard to win these. We try to get done in like an hour and a half. So you have to get good card distribution, and if you don't, then unfortunately, a better day to come.
Probably Delta gives you good hands, so you keep booking flights.
Yes, they have the algorithm on the plane to make you win, so you get on the plane because you're winning a virtual poker thing.
If you ever play other people on the plane, can't you invite like a player?
I never have.
Do you ever do that? You should just send a rant.
They're scared of me. They know I'm over there.
If you're ever on a flight with Mario, I don't even know if he's in top 20 anymore.
Mario?
Mm-mm.
All right. Well, he can spin it back. Make sure Mario, tell me what table you're at, and I'll get you pulled up. I'm also going to pull up some of the chip leaders tables, and we can actually Kermit, who is a Poker Now Plus member, is currently chip leading, which is awesome because that means he qualifies for the tickets, which is sick. Do you prefer being heels or faces? What are some of these questions? I don't even, don't know that much about wrestling. You guys will have to let me know if I'm saying something that doesn't even make sense.
We are just ourselves, and then the fans either love us or hate us. What do you think, Colton?
I don't know. So just to let you know, a heel is a bad guy, a face is a good guy.
Okay.
So they're asking if we'd rather be a bad guy or a good guy, but we always think we're a good guy.
Yeah. What do we do wrong?
Do one of you guys feel differently than the other? Like, do one of you feel more oriented towards good guy and one bad guy, or are you guys similar?
Like I said, I'm always a good guy. Everything I do, my actions are justified.
That makes sense. So you could be like even like anti-heroes. Like, what's the guy with the from like the Avengers stuff? Like, he still thinks he's doing right, like when he like tries to kill off all of humanity, right? Because he's trying to lower the population to make the Earth healthier or whatever. So that's what you mean, right?
Thanos?
Yeah, Thanos.
Are we Thanos?
Yeah.
Dad looks like Thanos, though.
Yeah, he does.
Let's see here. What else? I have so many things for you guys. How did the Colt 45 come about? This is like one of your moves, right?
That's Colton's.
Well, while Colton's away, what's one of your moves? And how did it come about?
I will say our move, like our big finishing move, is the 310 to Yuma. And that just comes from being a fan of Western films growing up. and that's one of our favorite movies. So we were trying to come up with a name, and that just sounded right. Because if you get a ticket to the 310 to Yuma, it was taking you one way. It's a one-way trip. You're not coming back. So we thought that was a cool name to kind of uh, finisher.
I love that. That's really cool.
Where
What's
did
up,
Col-
Mario? Yeah,
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear
Yep.
you, yes.
Okay.
But your camera is gone.
Oh no.
Yeah, where'd you
But
go?
we have audio on you.
I don't know. I had to plug in my phone because it was gonna die, and then I don't know what happened.
we I'm
I
not
can
in the
barely hear you
tournament.
guys. Oh
Your camera
no.
stopped. And
Kermit number 1, acrylic number 2. All right, we have some. I pulled up a couple of the top tables here. I will try to commentate a little bit on the actual poker that's taking place as well as the chat. Those of you guys who are big wrestling fans, I want to make sure your questions have answered while we have Austin and Colton's time. So make sure you guys throw them up there for me, and I will try to hit them all with them. I want to do justice by you guys. Will Austin ever go back to Steamboat, Colorado?
Steamboat. I don't
Steamboat,
think
that's what I
so.
meant.
I don't. They did give me an invite. They said I could come back whenever, so I might go back in the future and just ride horses and check in with everybody. That place is so beautiful. I
Did you
loved it.
say ride
So
horses?
yeah, ride horses, do all the things that ranch has to offer. It was so beautiful.
Oh, that's amazing. That's like my favorite thing in the world to do. So
It's so
very
much
cool.
fun.
Did you live there?
No, I did a reality TV show, and it was second generation to celebrities, and they made us do all these dirty jobs and live on a ranch for a month. But my dad grew up bull riding, so I grew up around a lot of that stuff and getting dirty. And so when I was on that show, just, I did everything, everything. It was so much fun.
That is
I
amazing.
artificially inseminated a cow, which was interesting. I am now
That
the
you
cattle
helped
boss.
bring
Oh no.
life to a cow. You impregnated a cow.
Yes, it was amazing.
I,
And
I better
then
not make sure
me,
our stream doesn't get booted by me saying some wild stuff.
they gave me this, my belt buckle, Saddleback Ranch, because I am now the 2021 cattle boss. We had to herd like 80 head of cattle across the ranch, and I was in charge of the whole like mission. So that was a lot of fun to learn how to do.
Austin, I love that. I'm an Oklahoma girl. I grew up as a little girl. I didn't know that I couldn't do certain things, and I wanted to be a bull rider. So I actually did a project over. I think his name was Luke. He actually died. He was like the most famous bull rider. I'm trying to remember his name, but
Mm,
there was a movie out about him. Anyway, there's a lot of similarities. So
Awesome.
that's so cool. I love the idea of going to Wyoming and Montana and living on a ranch and herding
mm.
cattle and stuff. So I relate so much to that. It's like sounds like a really amazing experience. I don't know how.
It was a very cool experience.
Yeah. And do you have any kids, Austin, besides the cow?
No, 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 not yet. Not yet. I'm so busy with wrestling. That'll come later. That'll come later, hopefully.
Okay. So far you've only got the cow pregnant, and
Yeah, yes.
okay, all right. I just had to try to get that one in there, and now we can move on from it. Okay. And Austin or Colton, I mean, are you still around?
So I tried to get to that link through the computer to see if that would work.
Mhm.
I can like hang you up. And did you like come back into the interview? Oh, let me see if I need to. Yeah, because your cameras. Let me reassign you.
I put a different.
Hmm. You're just black. You can always. I can hang you up, or you can hang up, and you can click the link and come back in if you want to try it
Okay,
that
I'll
way.
try that.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Yeah, he dropped off, and hopefully he'll pop back in.
Okay.
What's been your favorite moment in AEW so far? This is Jay who really wants to know that one.
Um, all right, Jay, I think I have two. The first was obviously the winning the tag team champion as a brother tag team and just thinking about doing this ever since the beginning. I think that was an amazing moment to finally do that with my real. And my second was Wembley. I always wanted to do a very, very big show, and we were grateful enough to be at that show and do it. And yeah, those two, I was so happy.
Yeah, the Wembley
All right.
sounds
Am I in?
amazing.
I'm in. You
You
can
are
see me?
in.
You
We
I'm
have
are
good.
video,
here.
we have audio, we
All
have
right.
everything that we need. Also, anyone in the chat who's still playing the tournament, please let me know what table you're at so I can get you pulled up and we can commentate. Let's take a look where we are in the tournament and just kind of get on track with what's happening. So we started out with right around 500 players. We're down to 199. So it's moving very quickly. Rounding out our top 10 is we have Manon, Codester 50, Joe the Bro, Kermit, who is a Poker Now Plus member going for the top tickets, Setup, Tristan, Doozer, and Acrylic, two Poker Now Plus members that we can keep an eye on as well to hope that they get the tickets for this event. And we'll try to find some actual hands here. Acrylic with the ace 5 is going to take that one down. Oh, thank you. Danny's on table 34. Let me get that one pulled up for you. How's it going out there, Danny? For ya. Danny's table. Where are you? There you are. 2632. Oh, over 5 starting stacks. Let's go. That's sick. WrestleMania is coming back to Las Vegas. Will the Gunn brothers be there?
Um,
We do
no.
not work for.
That's the wrong thing, right? Yeah. Okay.
That's a different company. We do not.
Yeah. Those are the ones that I stay away from. Got it. I'm on new table 32. Okay, sounds good. When was the last time you guys were in Vegas? Because this is like my second home. So Dallas, my home, and then Vegas. You guys come out here and do events as well, right?
Yeah, we
We
just
do.
did a.
Oh, what did we did the signing out there.
Where did you guys stay when you guys were here? If you don't mind me asking. Aria, Paris, on the strip. Or did you guys rent a house, or do you guys stay at one of
Where
the
did we
nice
stay?
casinos?
I'm trying to think about it. Hold on.
Westgate?
Westgate? Okay, yeah.
Does that sound right?
That's not.
Yep, I
Sounds
think
good.
that sounds good enough.
Yeah, because I think the convention center was right there, so it was connected. So where we were doing the signing was connected to the hotel.
Very cool. It's such a fun city. I imagine like going to a wrestling show and then like doing some of the fun stuff here around here. Do you guys? I mean, I know Colton, you play a little bit, but do you guys do any of the like get in the pits or like blackjack or anything like that? You do any other kind of gambling?
I play blackjack, so
Okay.
that's my favorite game. So that's usually what I do when I go out there.
And I only play blackjack or gamble when Colton, because I get too nervous at tables. I can't count that well, even though I was a teacher. So
But yeah,
I,
I'm usually playing like 4 hands because I'll have Austin and my dad and my girlfriend, and then sometimes my stepmom will sit on the table, and then I have to play my own hand.
A
So I
lot of them
usually
are
lose
kind
all
of
my
like
money.
me, right? Trying to
yeah, we
focus on too much all at one time. We have the deuce 6-6 ace 9 board. Interesting dynamic between the blinds and under the gun open. And it's going to be the king queen, king high winning on this paired board. Interesting hand. And I
So how many
don't
people
want.
do we have left?
Yeah, it's like 100 and probably around 75 or so. Let's see, 163. It's going very quick, and the blinds go up every like 5 or 6 minutes. But if you take a look at the stacks, I will try to focus a little bit more on the poker. Like everyone's super shallow. So like at this table, so we have a three-way all in right here. Ace
Uh-oh.
queen versus 8-10
All
and
in.
jack 9. And let's see, did ace queen hold? No, the jack 9 makes a straight on the river to steal it away, and that's why those middling suited connectors can be super valuable. So we actually do get a double elimination, and now Manon has 140k, which is good for 14 starting stacks. I'm going to change this back over to not big blinds. All right. We have another all-in jam from Davin. He jams the cutoff, and then we've got a button called off with Manon just called off with 5. Has the nut straight. Oh, Davin turned the flush. Can you guys see the board?
Yes.
Just trying.
Okay. I'm just making sure you guys can actually see what I'm referring to. Makes the flush, and Davin will double up through Manon, who just like flopped the world and could not hold here. See, another table closed. All these tables are closing super fast because everything's moving so quickly. General Yoshi here off at 10. Table 1. All right, Danny, I'm going to get you pulled back up. And if you, so I know you're a teacher, but if you guys were not in wrestling and you weren't doing this, or someday if you guys do something else, I learned a little bit more like you really enjoyed doing the ranch life. What would you do if you weren't doing this?
I'm thinking always like freestyling when I was a little younger and got into just the structure of a song really interests me. So writing lyrics and helping uh, come up with stuff for him, being like I would be in
Oh, yeah, music, that's awesome. And composing and stuff. And what about you, Austin?
Or
Colten.
so I actually worked in construction before I wrestled. So I don't know if I would go back to that, or I don't know. It kind of scares me to think about after wrestling. So,
Oh,
but I guess
okay.
no, but I guess construction is always there, or stay somehow in the wrestling, whether it be
World.
coaching or producing or
Yeah.
writing or anything like that. But if I wasn't a wrestler, I was in construction, so I was building custom houses in LA.
I read that about you. Um, but like if your passion is wrestling, like staying in the field to some degree sounds like the way to go. Did you guys start wrestling when you were like kids and younger? Did you, well, obviously your dad is like a legend, so you guys like grew up around this forever. This has like always been you guys' world. Is that true?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of always with your dad growing up as a wrestler, you're always around it. But I didn't think I wanted to do it, so I kind of, went to college and did that, and then went straight into construction and did that. And a lot of people start wrestling when they're 18 or 19. Like they're like, I'm at high school, I'm doing this. I started later, so I started when I was 29, and I was pretty nervous about that being an age thing. But I kind of just figured if I was 50 and never gave it a shot, I was going to regret it. So I just
Yeah.
said, nah, I'm doing it. And I think it was a pretty good decision.
I I love that. I see so many parallels with poker because in poker it's like such a risk to become a professional poker player to take on this line of work, and it's a similar like thing where it's like you really have to decide whether or not you want to give it a shot or not. And a lot of people who do fail, you know, and have to like pick themselves back up. But like no risk, no reward.
Yeah. Plan A only.
There you go. Yes. All gas, all gas. What about you, Austin?
Um, sorry, what was the question?
Actually, pause that because we have like um, an under the gun open. Then we have a jam from Victor. And I want to see here how this. I'm imagining Mannon's never folding, or actually it was an all in to call. So he covered the whole table. Ace 10 to Ace King. So Victor is way ahead and he is at risk. But Mannon does outflop him by flopping a 10. He's going to be looking for a jack or a king to stay alive, and he can't find it. So cooler for Victor. GG. Thanks for playing our game, but Mannon like can't be stopped right now. Does he? Oh, actually, he has lost quite a bit. Let's see. Kermit's still crushing, our Poker Now Plus member. And he's at the same table. General, let's see. We're gonna find some of these all in.
230,000 chips.
Who are we rooting for here? We gotta get a.
That's a good question. Do we have friends still in? I saw Courtesy Flush was in. Danny, table 49 now. Are you still in? Danny, we're definitely, if we can get Danny's table, he is a super root. These are like people who are just like always here supporting and watching and hanging out. So definitely want him to win. Let's see if he's still in. He is. All right. So this is DFW Realtor. He's in Dallas. I see him at my local card house and he's awesome. And then anyone who has the blue badges or the Jack 3, hit the flush. We need to hit a heart, but they're blocking the hearts. Oh no. Just when we start watching, he buzz. GG,
Oh, no.
Danny. What a nice run, though. That was pretty sick run. We also lost a Poker Now Plus member, but Courtesy Flush is coming in, and this is somebody who's very, very close to me, and he is a very good player, but he's extremely short stacked. So he's got like 294 chips, so he's like basically almost out, but like it's getting really, really short. Evan Ruby, King Deuce versus the Queen Deuce. And it is going to be the King High that's going to take it to stay alive here. It gets very turbo-y and everybody kind of jams, whereas there's often a lot of higher level play whenever we're a little bit deeper. But let's see how many we have left here. Only 108, it looks like, left playing. If that's right, yeah, 107 of the 500 cap. And like, let's look at the average stack. So yeah, we've got a 4-way all in. So it's like tons of all ins every hand. Looks like the Ace 10 and the 9s hold there. Did you guys, other than the like rounders and stuff, did you guys ever watch World Series of Poker like on ESPN, and have you seen that sort of live stuff as well?
Yeah, I used to watch it. When did that get popular? When I was in like high school, maybe? I don't.
Yeah.
But I remember I started playing on ESPN and I would watch it. I think I remember like Phil Ivey, maybe?
Yeah.
People like that?
He's like the sickest. Phil Ivey, Daniel Negreanu, Phil Hellmuth. Those are some. Mike
Hellmuth,
Matasow.
yeah.
Those are all some really popular names, and they're all here right now. So everyone who's in poker, for the most part, who's like really in poker, is out here for the huge events. It's like 2 months. We have events every single day. So I just finished playing the $10,000 main event. That's where there's like 10 million for first. So that's like the big one that everybody is like going for. So the last 2 years, Ace Queen versus Ace 10, Ace Queen is going to hold here to eliminate Jack. But the last 2 years I cashed it. And this was the first year in 3 years that I busted pre-money, which is always like painful because it's like whatever the pinnacle highest thing you could ever imagine doing in wrestling. That seems like impossible to do, whatever that is. That's what this event is. So I have a bunch of friends that are still in. My girlfriend whose room I'm using, she's currently playing the main event day 2 right now. And I have a bunch of other friends that are like sending me their stack updates and all this sort of thing. So if you make the money, then you know that's like from 10K you turn it into 20. But then as you go deeper and deeper, the prices are just going up until it's about $10 million for first place. So
that wouldn't be a bad payday.
no. But all for like 2 months, there's events every day. So that's the culmination. But every day we have like huge events going on here, and live streamed games that are streamed on PokerGo and all sorts of. It's like summer camp. 754 rainbow board. So this is Young Tate's. This is the big blind versus like middle position here. This board favors the big blind's range. Jack brings the heart flush draw. Young Tate's does decide to stab on the turn once being checked twice. And Evan Ruby looks like he may have been setting a trap. Or he turned 2 pair. That makes sense. And Young Tate's had the open-ended straight draw along with the top pair. So Evan Ruby is going to take it away from Young Tate's.
Yep, I saw that too.
Right. Joe is going to limp. So now the blinds are 4-8 and they're about to go to 7,000, 14,000. So one big blind is going to be more than what a starting stack was for us recently. So that's how quickly this is all going to go. Ace deuce 3-4, 2 clubs, 4 to the Broadway here. The big blinds are going to have the most 5x for sure. Joe bets and only the small blind comes along. Evan Ruby checks from the small, and Joe does go for it again. Because he called from middle to late position, he's likely to have ace type X, but he actually limp called the 5-6, and he just had the nuts until the board paired. The straight and board pair brought full houses, so he's going to take that one down. Like, he's not actually supposed to have that hand there from the position he's in. He's supposed to fold it pre-flop, but he did. So, like, if I'm ranging an opponent on what they have, I'm going to be removing 5-6 off from that position's hands because he's just generally not supposed to open it. Those type of hands are only really supposed to be in the big blind specifically. Those are the hands we would attribute to having like 5-6 off and 9-3 because they're already forced in for one big. So then they just will call a ton of hands for one more big. Jack 9 versus ace deuce makes the flush on the river and is going to take it down. 79 players remain. And Kermit, our Poker Now Plus member, is leading the way. Let's go.
He's been in the lead for a while.
Yeah. 422K.
Getting the good cards. He's getting the good cards.
We're going to find out because we're going to hang out on his table for a little while because there's another Poker Now Plus member here too, which we're rooting for. And we want to see what's happening here. We have an all-in, and the ace, queen 8 is going to hold here to eliminate Swiss Mike. Let's check in with the chat and see if we have more stuff for you. Luke Skywalker still in table 36, 25th in chips. Let's go. Let me get you guys' table pulled up. So some of your fans are still in here. Let's get them up. 36. Make sure you guys, Luke, you tell me what your actual gamer tag is. Seth Trollen says, GG's, I'm out because someone called 3 bigs with 5-3 suited and hit a 3 on the turn when I was 60% ahead with ace-10. GG, Seth.
GG's.
GG's. GG, Danny. Thanks for coming by. Jay wants to know, Jay's so nice. He keeps the questions coming. He wants to know what's the one place you want to travel to that you haven't been to yet.
Mine would have to be Japan, I think.
Yes, me too.
I think that's
Me too. I want to take my son to Japan. Yeah, that's a sick one. Okay, since we all have Japan, I want to hear the backup one. If we have to, are forced to choose another one, because Japan's like top. I've been wanting to go to Switzerland, I think. Do you guys ski or snowboard or anything?
we used to. Where did they film Lord of the Rings? And
The Netherlands? Was it? Or
New Zealand, I think.
New Zealand? Yeah.
that
I think so.
be some of the locations where
I think I would have to say maybe Italy.
Oh, yeah.
Italy.
Where have you guys been? That's another question. Like, what places have you already traveled to, like outside the country?
Costa Rica.
I've been to, Costa Rica. Costa Rica, Australia, Colombia, Mexico, Canada, I guess, England, Thailand.
Colombian. I've been to so many of the same places. In Australia, did you get to go snorkeling or anything like that?
No, in Australia, landed and went to the zoo, so I got to hold a koala. A wine tasting in like the mountains, and then some shopping, and yeah, we were only there for like 3 days, I think, 3 or 4 days. So I didn't get to do too much, but the zoo was awesome, and the wine tasting was amazing. We were like up in the mountains at like 4 different wineries. It was really cool.
That sounds awesome. And Austin, were you there too? You guys
No,
all do this stuff together?
No, he does this all without me. I've been in Italy, Canada, and London.
We went to Cabo.
Cabo, yep, we went to Cabo. That was fun. Yeah, that's it for me.
Nice, very cool. What part of Italy did you go to? I also went there for a show.
I don't remember. It's for my friend's wedding.
Your
I had
mic is
to.
coming through a little rough. You might just need to.
Sorry,
That's okay.
I think my computer.
Nag Media Pro. This is who we're keeping an eye on here. Yeah, it looks like Austin, you're just like a little cutty, but Colton, yours is coming through clear. LeBron or Kobe? This is another question. You guys basketball
Kobe.
fans?
Kobe.
all the way?
All day.
Both of you. And in like today's game, who are you guys fans of?
So I used to love basketball. Like I could name every player on every team. And now I don't think I've watched a game in like the past 2 years. Like sometimes it's on, but I get kind of sad because I don't know who anyone is.
Is that just because you guys are so busy with what you guys are doing and like work, or is that because you've shifted focus to just other things?
I think maybe both. But yeah, I'm trying to think of who in today's game would be my favorite.
I like Russell Westbrook. Always have. I love the way he plays.
Yeah.
He's very
Austin. Russell's a poker player. He plays poker. He's from the same place I am, Tulsa, and he loves to play poker. He would come in, and when he was in Sacramento, I lived in the Sacramento area too. Whenever he would be in, he would come in. Whenever he played for Thunder, and then again in Sacramento, he would just come in and like play in our local card room and stuff.
Is he like intense playing poker like he is on the court?
No, he's not. It's actually like much more I mean, he wants to win, but he's much more like in his relaxed state. Like he's recreational now. Now he's like ready to have a fun and relax after like a, playing or whatever. Lot of NBA players who play poker. Tons of crossover. Poker is just really really popular for.
I feel like sometimes people think it can be like easy to play poker, and then they start playing and just get wiped out.
Well,
Like you
yeah,
play with your friends at like sometimes you're like, yeah, I beat my friends, and then you go play at these card rooms and just get crushed.
for sure. So many people, that's how their story starts, is they play at a local home game. Um, Firebot, nice hand. Let's go. Hold on, I gotta throw the air horn for.
Oh, my air drums out. Let's go.
Oh, I'm sorry, Austin.
No, you're good.
I had to bring it out because that was a Poker Now Plus member who won a big pot. So, and Neg Media Pro also. Uh, yeah, what we're oh, so many people like they'll go play their home game and they'll beat their friends and they're like, I'm good at this, and then they'll come play and come to find that the game is really tough. There's a lot to learn. Like there's solvers now, so the high level pros were studying with, you know, really high level intelligent systems on like how you should approach every board texture, and there's a lot to know. And then there's also variance, which means luck does have a factor, not in the long term but in the short term. And the question is, do you have enough money to outlast the short term variance? So that can be a thing. Are you good enough? Can you outlast bad luck, to make it to where your expected profit, your EV, your expected value over time, or not? And a lot of people can't. And then there's the mental aspect of the game, which I'm sure you guys really know a lot about too, because sometimes you're getting unlucky and you start to like just think that you're the worst, and then that makes you start to play worse. So being unlucky can make your mental game go to shit, and then you start playing worse, and then that creates a downswing which can perpetuate itself. So there's so many avenues. You have to be really mentally tough, you have to be really thoughtful, you have to have good discipline, you also have to be aggressive and know when to turn it on and go for it. It's just a very dynamic, interesting game. And then reading people and game selection. So
Oh goodness.
but it's also can just be like, fun. The most fun I ever have, honestly, the rooms. We've got Ace King versus eights versus Deuce Six. It's eights at risk, and Ace King does flop an ace here. We're gonna need to see an eight to stay alive. Instead, it's the five of diamonds on the river, and so Ace King is going to take the side pot, and Ace Queen, because it was a four-way all-in, is going to take the main pot. And we have two more eliminations. Real quick, I'll see where we're at, because I think it's... Oh, we're down to 4 tables. 38 players left. We're almost done.
Oh, geez.
That's quick.
38 players left, guys. I'm going to make sure we pull up these last 4 tables. Okay, we have 2 of them still going strong. What is this avatar? What is that? Okay. All right, I want to take a look at the Poker Now Plus badges. We've got Kermit here, still going for the top prize. Jack still going for the tickets. We have Firebot going for the tickets. And let's see. Let's get our other tables pulled up. Table 36 and table 14. All right, now we have all the tables, and basically there's going to be, it's going to all happen pretty quick. The blinds did just go up, so I'm going to take a look and see. We can put it in big ones so we can just see how shallow people really are, because that really lets you know what's happening with everyone. All right, so as you can see, like the big stack has 25 bigs, and the small stack has less than a big. So definitely getting shallow here. What's up, Killicam? We still have some friends still in. What's the weirdest thing a fan has ever asked you to sign? You guys have probably got this one a lot.
Mm,
Anything strange?
I don't think we've ever.
No.
No, I think that one guy got a tattoo of all of us on his leg and then
Yeah,
asked us to sign it so then he could tattoo the signature next to the
Now
tattoos of
that
yes.
us.
is pretty strange.
Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wrestling fans go crazy. Like whenever I host one of these, the DMs I get and the super fans that come out and message me, it's so crazy. People go nuts for you guys.
It's the best fan base in the world. They're so passionate.
I love that. That's what makes me really want to go to one of these live shows. And if I do get back to Dallas in time, I'll definitely get some tickets and take. I have a 12-year-old son who would also really love to go to that event. But I feel like going to a live event really gets the feeling and the energy across that you just can't
Oh,
experience.
if you let
Yeah.
yourself immerse in it and just like go with it
Go with
and
it.
not try to be like, okay, I'm at a whatever, but you just get into it, you'll never feel energy like that. I don't think it's wild.
Well, that I'm all about that sinking in to the environment I'm in and like letting it come through. So, um, I definitely want to make that happen and bring my son because I just seeing the fans, like you said, I don't see fans like that in any other sport. Like there's big basketball fans, there's big, but they're not so like immersed in you
Yeah.
guys' world. That's really cool.
Can't help it because everybody around and
Austin, your mic is still messing up. You're just like cutting in and out. Uh-oh.
He looks like he's about to put the Colt 45 on me or something. He looks.
all right,
Oh,
That's
hello?
your. That's
he's
yours.
doing my move too.
Can you hear me?
Hey, that was the
Yes.
best I could do, Colton. I thought I was
Okay.
pretty.
That's my finish move, so you did good.
Yeah, I can hear you, Austin. I think you're okay. Say
Okay.
something.
We can hear you.
Okay. Okay, perfect.
Awesome.
Yeah, you just can't help but get involved because everybody around you is cheering for somebody different. I know a lot of my friends come for the first time and they wear my shirt, and everybody just they talk crap to them the whole entire show because they're fans of us, me and Colton, which is always funny.
That's awesome. That sounds really fun. And of all ages too. Like the kids love it, but I also see like so many most of the people that message me and they're just like I can't believe you're doing this. I can't believe you're getting to talk with these guys are like old like middle-aged men who just like are absolutely so enthralled and I guess have followed some of these stories for forever and ever and are just so dedicated to you guys' storyline and who you guys are.
Yeah, and wrestling never has an off season, so they've seen these people on their TV for 10 years for every week. So it's like there's
Yeah.
never like a 9 months off, and you come back like it's just every single week you're going to see this person, so you just get so attached to their story and who they are, and it's just
Yeah, I think it'd
yeah.
be cool after seeing you guys like this too, which is like, you know, your somewhat your more normal version of yourself, to then go and see you guys live and watch you guys turn on that level or whatever would be really cool. Ace Jack versus King Deuce. Let's see. And another hand looks like Ace Jack is going to win here. Let's see how many badges we have. I get so distracted with you guys. Tony is a Poker Now Plus badge still in. Let's go, Tony. Kermit still in, crushing. Um, this table's closed, so now we're down to 2 tables, down to 18. We're going to have a winner in like
Oh
the
wow.
next very short amount of time. If you could pick any song for your entrance, what would you pick? Or is the one you have now the one you always wanted?
Mini Men by 50 Cent. We
And
did
we
that.
did it. And we did
We
it.
did that Yeah, we did that in one time, and it's our most popular entrance.
Really?
Uh, it was so cool to come out. We were in New York, and we got to come out to 50 Cent in New York. We were bad guys at the time, and they were like flicking us off and singing the song at the same time. It was a really cool experience.
Yeah, we sit in the dark, and then whenever like the main beat drops, like the spotlight comes on us. So we're just sitting in the dark, and like the piano starts playing on Many Men, and I was trying so hard not to be like, ah.
Yeah, just the
I
energy
was
is
like,
You
insane.
feel it,
yeah,
yeah.
because you could feel the people like being like, wait a second, and then they're like booing but singing, and yeah, it was wild.
Man, the adrenaline. I think there's a lot of crossover. I was talking to Penelope about this and some of the other wrestlers as well. Just like the the adrenaline that you get, the dopamine and stuff that you get from like some of these huge moments, like being on a huge stream, playing for hundreds of thousands of dollars, or like having people watch you, is like what I can imagine. But I imagine even more so with this huge live audience and the thing. I can sounds like a fun way to live. But I do wonder, like, how do you like unwind from that? Because like after, for me, after such a hype show, or like after such a big poker game, I like can't, it takes me a while to decompress, and I'm curious like how you guys find that you do that.
It's the same thing. You don't. I don't
Yeah,
know how. It's just so
no
much
idea.
adrenaline. There's so much
Yeah.
happening. You're kind of beat up. Your body is just so alert that when you get back to the hotel, you're just like, what do I do now?
Yeah, it's like coming out of another world, and like you're like
Mhm.
re-waking up, but you're not ready to yet. You're not, your body hasn't transitioned, your nervous system hasn't transitioned from being in that place. I walk for hours, just to like try to unwind the energy, and I take baths and try to unwind it. But yeah, it's
Yeah, and then you
with
just can't go to sleep,
yeah,
and it's like it's so I don't know, like you're so jacked up, and then you come back and you're like still jacked up, like, and then 2 hours later, you're like, wait, my body hurts because your adrenaline's
Mhm.
finally wearing off, and then you're laying in bed and you're like, oh, did I do that right? That was sick. And then you're up to like 5 in the morning, and then it's like, wait, I got to get up in 30 minutes because my flight's at 6 a.m. for some reason. And then you got to go like after a match, no sleep. You're like in a metal tube in the air, and it's just like, oh my god. Then
A
you get
metal
home.
tube in the air.
yeah.
Yeah, you're just like, what is happening? It's almost,
I
it's yeah,
I relate so much to that. I also like, after I bust, I don't know if you guys find this. I struggle to like really engage with like other people for a little while. Like, I mean, I can go sit down and hang out and like, but I'm still so frazzled to like really be able to focus in on like having, a deep conversation or something like that. I am so in this other place of adrenaline. Do you guys find that, or are you pretty?
Yes, same with that because you're interacting with so many fans, so it's just overstimulation.
Yeah,
When I'm done, I just like to be by myself.
me
There's
too.
just yeah, just so much noise and it's so loud. And then when you finally get by yourself, it's just like, all right, let me breathe for a second.
Yeah,
yeah. And I think
exactly.
I think like you said earlier, I'm the quiet one or whatever. So it's I I don't like I don't know, I don't like being with people looking at me so much. So like I have to Colton Gunn has to walk into the stadium. So I'm Colton Gunn the whole day at the stadium. Then you have to go wrestle, then leave. So it's like that wears me out. Just like so that wears me out
Yeah,
even more. So when I have to get
you're
around
more like an
people
introvert
after that, I'm like,
person.
I need a day or two just to kind of unwind
Hmm.
just from
Yeah,
that.
because the energy is draining for you because you're like naturally more introverted, like as a person. Yeah, that
Yes.
makes a lot of sense. So the just being around all of that would be, yeah, draining. I'm an extrovert naturally, so but I could see like if I was yeah, more introverted, even more so level. That was a good one. I liked that. We have Jack here raising over Mucho, who limped. We really want to check in again here. We're down to 19 players, and I'm gonna try to lock in on the poker here a little bit more. We do still have 2 Poker Now Plus members going for this top thing. We've never had, you guys, we've never had somebody win the tickets yet. So they've won the Shop AEW gift cards, but not everyone's a Plus member. So it's kind of a big deal if one of these Plus members actually wins the tickets to this live event. And we do have a sweat right now. We do have some live sweats. So let's see, make sure. Need to get the
Kermit's still in first place, huh?
Yeah, it looks like it. Which table do I have pulled up?
1 million chips.
Yeah, can you believe that from where we started?
Kermit's got
from
1 million
2000?
chips.
Yes, he does.
Kermit, we're pulling for you.
Kermit, we're pulling for you.
Yeah,
Is it lame if I said, is he
Kermit?
feeling froggy?
Kermit, are you feeling
I was just
froggy?
about to say that.
And Jack, 2 Poker Now Plus members on the same table. And on this one, we have 1. So we still have 3 sweats in with 2 tables left. And let's see these stack sizes. Jack does jam and takes it down. Gonna be picking up some passive chips here. We have Thomas, who has everyone covered and has jammed. Let's see. We are gonna go to showdown here because Pup's all in. Evan asks what he should do. He folds. It's 7s versus 8s, and 7s are at risk. Jack 3 king, looking for a 7 and a 7 alone. It's a 6, and we've got another elimination. Pup is going to be out with that hand. GG Pup, thank you for playing our event.
GG's.
GG's. And bounce over to this other table. All right, once it gets down to these 2 tables, and now I feel like I actually got to know you guys a little bit better. Actually helps me to be able to relax and enjoy this last little bit here. 8s versus Ace King. This is your classic flip spot.
Oh,
Queen,
there it is.
6 King. The King does take the lead on the flop.
Oh,
Just to rub it in a little, we're going to put
Yeah.
another King.
Golly.
Jack's still in, though. Jack's still in. No elimination on that one. And we do have an elim here. Thomas Lynn still in, but Jack and Kermit, again, still alive. Keep an eye on how quickly this is going because we're down to 13. So we are literally just 3 away from being on our final table. Ace Jack versus 8-9. 5-5-6, 2 overs and a gut shot straight draw. Hits the 7, but redraw to the nut spade, any spade and Ace Jack. So the winning
oh
hand
my
changes every
God.
street.
No. Oh, that hurts.
That's insane.
Yeah, so on the flop,
Ouch.
Ace Jack is ahead. On the turn, the 7-8 takes the lead, and on the river, the Ace Jack pulls back ahead. Those are always spicy ones. Four, deuce, 10, 2 spades. We do have 1 all in, and then we've got 2 players. Evan Ruby does decide to put it all in, leaving 0.7 behind, gets called, and Ace 4 had set a trap. Flop trips, set a trap. Queen 10 turn top pair for a 10. It's going to be so hard to put your opponent on a 4 there in that spot. And so they just naturally get it in. There was literally nothing that could be done about that spot. You're always just going broke. Ace Jack versus Pocket Queens. Jack on the flop. Queen's still ahead. Basket is at risk and will be eliminated. GG Basket.
GG's.
A nice hand, Jack. All right, we're down to our final table. Let's go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Oops. All right. Final table time. Why does it keep doing that?
Wait, do we have anyone at the final? Okay, we got some poker.
Yeah, we have 1, 2, all 3 of them made the final
Okay.
table. So we actually have a really, really good shot of one of these guys winning the tickets. Let's see. They're fair. Let's see. Kermit has 11 bigs. Let's see who the chip leader. So Kermit is chip leading this. If he's been going wire to wire, like, hasn't Kermit been chip leading since forever ago?
For a while now.
Or he's been
I
crushing.
think
He's
for
been
the
at the top of the leaderboard, like top 5.
top of the leaderboard for the past like 45 minutes, I think.
Yeah.
He's taking that top spot.
Yeah, he has 930,000 chips, and then Killicam has 746,000.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm going to switch it back because we're so late stage. Preferences. Here we go. A6 versus Queen 6. Crypto Daniel, who is plays in all these, is at risk. 3, 4, 5, 6 needs to hit a 7 or a deuce. Instead, it's a 3, and it's going to be the A6 is going to hold, and we have our first elimination. GG Crypto Daniel.
GG's.
Appreciate you playing. All right. First elimination at the final table. Then there were 8. And so let's take a quick look at the prizes since we're about to get there. So keep in mind, first place, $250 AEW Shop AEW gift card. Second is $150, and third is $100. But if you are a Poker Now Plus member, you win the tournament, you get 2 free tickets to a live event. Let's see, yeah. So those are some pretty big gift card amounts.
6.
They can buy a gun shirt.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I have you guys pulled up. I also have you guys' Instagrams pulled up. I wanted to make sure, just for those of us with crossover. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Just take a little peek here.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right. That was Wembley.
Make sure I don't miss anything. Nope, and I'm going to switch back. Okay, in between hands, we can peep some of this stuff.
This is a nice little commercial right here.
Seems a lot of Austin.
Sick.
I put you in here. Hold on. It's coming.
Look at that gear,
I
though.
love that gear. I think that was my favorite gear we've worn.
Oh, yeah.
There you are. Look at that. You look ripped.
Yeah, what was going on there?
Very hot.
Yeah, that was sweet.
And what a showman! Like, I feel the showman energy big time.
Oh,
Bang!
What is
Brody.
that?
yeah.
Who?
Who?
When Brody wrestles, he has this move and he starts barking, and everybody in the arena just goes hoo 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 hoo.
10s versus ace 10. Now they did flop a gut shot, so any king or an ace. Otherwise, Justin is going to be GG in 8th. It is going to be GG for us, for Justin.
GG's.
Not a Poker Now Plus member, but still, we really appreciate you coming and playing our event. So, thank you.
Down to 8.
Down to 8. And the blinds are huge. Now the blinds are 40K, 80K. So 8.
We ate that gear.
Yeah. 8 starting stacks.
Kermit is not in the lead anymore. Jack G.
No. But Killicam is like also always playing these, so I can't help but root for Killicam. And makes it deep a lot. Actually, a lot of these names are pretty familiar to me. And it's hard to make it deep in these because they're turbo, so you do have to get lucky. But there is definitely quite a bit of skill involved, and you do see a lot of the same people continue to go deep again and again. So Kermit opens under the gun. He may be as one of the bigger stacks, kind of pushing the aggression and seeing if people are overfolding. Thomas is going to limp under the gun. 555K. Both of the blinds opening into the big stacks. King, Jack 3, 2 spades. Definitely a board favoring the under the gun range. The Kermit should be checking 100% of the time on this board and texture. And Thomas Lynn should be betting range, which he does. So Thomas Lynn goes ahead and plays that as a range bet. He could have also had something there. And Kermit just jams on him and gets the fold. So nice hand, Kermit. That's my super root. Let's go. Taking off a non-plus member, Thomas. We love you, but we want someone to win those tickets. And go. All right. Tony jams it. Jack snap calls. Jack is a plus member, so this is plus on plus violence, actually. Tony and Jack are both plus members. Kings, call behind. No, not like this. Please flop a 7. Ace, Jack, 7.
Oh no, not our guy.
No. They're dead. They're both dead.
No.
Not like this. No.
7s, kings, ace, jack.
Wow.
What just happened?
They took him out.
To use some cedar and cleanse the air with my.
Dang, both?
Yeah.
Oh. Dang it. But no, we still have one in. Kermit's still in. Kermit's our hero.
Kermit's gonna win this.
And only one
Kermit's
person
winning
can
this
win.
thing.
Yeah, it's got to be
He's
Kermit.
he's in second, but he's coming.
Yeah, exactly. Kermit's got this. He did open again into the blinds. I see Kermit, and he gets called. King, deuce, 3, 2 clubs, and Benedictus jams gets snapped off. Kermit was so... Wow, that was actually some pretty high-level play. Benedict realized that Kermit was being, like, more aggressive. So he just called, and then on a kind of bricky-ish flop board, just jams, expecting Kermit to have a lot of junk, and Kermit recognized the fact that there was just like a lot of meta game happening there. Kermit snaps it off with the queen high and wins a pot. That was actually a really interesting hand. 320,000 open from Killicam.
And you said you know Killicam? Is that what you said?
I just from playing these always plays all of these. Kings versus
Oh.
Queen 4 is the good spot for Killa.
Oh no.
Queen.
If we have another one. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Wow. That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice hand, Killicam. I would like to see you and Kermit go 1 and 2. Congrats, Killicam. She's in the chat as well, or she. I always want to call her she, which it's probably he, because my favorite show, The Challenge. You guys, like on MTV, have you guys seen this show, The Challenge?
Yes, I think I used to watch that in high school, maybe.
Yeah,
I think
it's
I've seen the season.
But there's a Killicam on there. It's a female. What's your least favorite workout in the gym? Jay wants to know. All the questions.
Probably pull-ups for me. I've never been good at them. They're so easy to lose once you don't do them a lot. So pull-ups for me for sure.
You say least favorite exercise or like day?
Like exercise. So, but it's the same thing, like day. So, like if it's legs or back or thighs or whatever however you do it.
I do not like doing back.
Really?
I don't like it. I don't like one bit.
I can't see it.
Yeah, there's no point.
No point.
Yeah, I need to do back more. Mine's definitely like my shoulder, because I have like a shoulder injury that I just can't seem to get rid of. So I want to like lift heavier, and then I can't. 7s versus King 9. A6-6, 2 diamonds, 3 on the turn. It needs to be a king or a 9, and it is not. So Kermit is going to eliminate Thomas Lynn in 5th place.
Kermit. Let's go,
GG's.
Kermit.
We're on the money bubble, guys. This is the direct money bubble. The next person to bust gets nothing, and everyone else is in the money or in the gift cards, as we should say. So big spot. And Kermit takes it down again, just with some aggression. Opens, and these players are folding. Which is what they have to do, especially as the chip leader. If the other chip leader is not punishing too, being more aggressive. Jack does open. Kermit snaps it off. Queen Deuce 3, rainbow board. Not a dynamic, no straights. There's really nothing super connected about this board texture. It's unlikely to hit either player's range of hands too much. Kermit does make a bet here on the turn and is going to win another hand at showdown. Kermit, our overwhelming chip leader. I think we might be giving away some tickets tonight.
Come on.
Let's go, Kermit. And
Kermit's got
Cam.
the most chips.
You know, I ultimately would. Killer Cam, why are you not a Plus member by now? Come on. You should be winning these tickets. I am so rooting for you. A6 versus Jack 6. King, Queen, Queen 7. 5 on the turn. It is going to be the Ace 6 for Killer Cam. We have another elimination. GG Chill.
GG's.
Fantastic job making it to the finals here. And everyone else, congratulations. You have locked up the money. You're in the money. Congrats. Jack G. Oh, Killicam raises here on the button, takes it down. We're almost to it here. Looks like... Oh, Killicam just jams into the blinds, forcing Kermit to have to make a pretty huge decision for a chip stack. Gets called by Jack G. Ace 8 versus Ace Jack. Jack G is at risk. Jack high flop. Backdoor clubs are possible. Now
Ooh, he gets an 8.
An 8 or... Nope, we have another elimination. And the two people I wanted to get heads up are heads up. Congratulations, Jack G. You won a AEW gift card. But...
Oh, here we go.
Hell yeah, that's my team.
Here we go.
All right.
Come on.
Let's go.
Come on, Kermit.
Let's go 1 and 2. Kermit, you got to win those tickets. Killicam, you got to get that big gift card. Very unlucky. What's a match type you have? Oh, we're going to have an all-in right here. Flops the set of 9s. Oh, my God. But there is a gut shot available with the jack. No, it's a full house for Kermit. Let's go, Kermit. He won the freaking tickets. We can Let's go. That's so
Let's go, Kermit.
sick. Hell yeah. I am so stoked about that. You are going to a live AEW event, and I would love to see these guys live, so I'm very excited for you. Congratulations to everybody, and most of all, I just really want to say a big thank you to both of you guys. I know we were a little struggling there at the beginning, but I really enjoyed getting to connect with you guys and you hanging out and getting to ask you guys questions. It was really fun. And I know it's not your world here, so it's out of you guys' comfort zone also. So I just really appreciate you guys taking the time to hang out with me tonight.
No, thank you so much. This was a lot of fun. I learned a little bit. Sorry I couldn't play, but it was fun watching everybody.
Next time, hopefully when you guys are in Dallas or Vegas, if I'm ever there, I'll take you to a real poker game and show you how to do it. And I hopefully get to see you guys wrestle in the rink. I would absolutely love that.
There we go.
Thank you guys again. Have a good night.
Bye. Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. I had so much fun. Can you believe it? We gave away the tickets. Let's go. Congrats to everybody. for watching and hanging out. That was so much fun. They hang out with me the whole time, and really just super stoked for our winner here. So thanks again for hanging out. We'll be back doing one of these again. And I love all of you guys who are like my down for me people, who are always in the chat showing up for me, riding it out when things get rough in the beginning and when we have more fun as well. So love all of you guys, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.